this is fantastic. Deepika can't wait to get on stage. I'm supposed to introduce her, but she's already here shaking that buttia. I think before we let her go today, she's going to be teaching us that before she goes, okay? So we'll have an opportunity to do that. I'm still going to introduce her, though all of you know her. She's created some of the most iconic characters of 2013. Naina, Meena Appa, and then Leela. She's the only actress to have back-to-back films in the 100 crore club. She also completely dominated the awards last year. She was competing against herself. She is her only competition. The one and only Deepika. Give it for her. So Deepika, you're back. After 4 back-to-back hits last year, you have a new one releasing this week. Next week. Are you excited? Nervous? Anxious? Hi, everybody. Yes.
I'm going to start crying. This is extremely overwhelming. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. To everyone who's saying I love you too. Yes, we have a film called Finding Fanny that releases on the 12th of September.
Yes, and are you nervous, excited, anxious?
I think it's different this time because I think it's a very different film,
yes.
You know, and while it's a film that I believe that everyone is going to relate to, the reason why it's an English language film is because the film is set in Goa. And people in Goa primarily speak either English or Konkani. That's the reason why the film is in English, for no other reason.
Is it easier to do a film in English than in Hindi? Does it come to you more naturally?
I think it's as easy or as difficult as performing in Hindi. It's how you're thinking, right? But it does take a day or two to kind of get used to listening to yourself. They have no interest in what I'm saying. It does take about a day or two to...
Guys, do you want to listen to what she has to say or not?
No.
Okay, that's a big yes, so quiet. Okay, listen now.
We'll talk about a lot of other things also, don't worry. What do I do here? What do I do? Okay. Listen, if I could, I'd come down there and meet each and every one of you, okay? Maybe later.
Okay.
But then you have to listen to me first.
Listen. She's talking about her new role. Listen.
Yeah. So it takes about a day or two to start performing in a different language, but then after that you get used to it.
Do you have an accent in that one as well? You had the really famous accent in Chennai Express, which was like amazing.
Hopefully a convincing Goan accent.
A convincing Goan accent.
Hopefully.
Can we see a little preview of that?
Okay. So there's a scene where Arjun and I have sort of
make out.
And I'm like, I mean, I'm hoping there'll be many more times, and I'm hoping it'll get better also, no? And he says, better? What do you mean better? Because I think that's like the worst thing for a guy's ego, na? So I'm like, so I say, is this the best it ever gets? And he says, no. Yeah. So I say, yeah, so then better.
Okay. So last year...
But I have to say that the film's also been dubbed in Hindi for everyone who's interested in watching the film but prefers Hindi language. It's also dubbed in Hindi.
Okay. How hard is it really to work in Goa? Wasn't it really just a lot of fun? I mean, all of you are together, it's Goa.
A lot of fun. Homi Adajania, the director of the film, is someone I trust immensely and someone I'm very, very comfortable with. He's sort of very, very instrumental for my performance in Cocktail.
Yeah.
And
he's very lucky for you as well.
actually, honestly, the only reason I did this film is because I knew I was going to have a great time making it. You know, I've never been someone who worries about the end result. You can never tell, you know, because I think the audience today is so perceptive and, you know, I think the mood of the youth keeps changing all the time. So you can't say there's no formula to making a successful film. I think the only thing that you can do as an actor is to be honest to what you're doing, go by your instinct as far as choosing the scripts are concerned, and most importantly, have a great time. You know, for everyone who's in school or college, or if all of you are going to start working soon, I think it's important to enjoy what you do in your life. That's one of the most important things that my father told me when I was growing up. He didn't insist that I become a badminton player. He could have easily put pressure and, you know, expected me to kind of carry forward the legacy. But both my parents have been extremely supportive, and they were like, allowed me to take up a profession of my choice, because unless you're passionate about what you do and unless you're, you know, if you're not in a job that you're not excited about, you're not going to succeed. You know?
Did badminton feel like a job to you?
No, badminton didn't feel like a job.
Meaning like, okay, this is a task that I have to do rather than something I want to do.
No, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoy being in front of the camera today.
How did you make that transition from badminton to, let's say, modeling, and say, okay, now I'm doing sports and now suddenly I'm a model? How did that transition happen?
The thing is that even when I was an athlete, when I did play badminton, I also did a couple of modeling assignments on the side. My school was very encouraging in that sense, because they would have dance performances, fashion shows, plays, and they would encourage all of us to be a part of that. So I think that gave me that opportunity to kind of experience what it is like to be in front of the camera.
So this is the bit I don't understand, right? A lot of the reading and stuff that you've said is that you were socially awkward when you were in school.
Yeah.
How do you go from being socially awkward to being stunning supermodel and then superstar? How does that transformation happen?
It's hard. It's very, very hard. Like even me sitting here right now, that's exactly what I said. It's a bit overwhelming for me. When fans come up to me for pictures and autographs, I get extremely overwhelmed, and to a point where I start behaving very awkwardly.
Is she behaving awkward right now?
So, this is my understanding. A lot of people do say that I come across as someone who's comfortable and confident. But yes, I must say that over the years, with every film that I've done, it's given me a little amount of confidence. And I have become comfortable, even with my awkwardness.
Can you give us a little bit of how you have overcome that? Because it may help a lot of people here who are shy, you know, your confidence mantra.
For example, if I went to an industry party where, you know, of course I know everybody, but I'm not someone I'm not an extrovert. I'm not someone who'll initiate a conversation. A couple of years ago, I would probably still have to go to one of these parties and still feel the need to make conversation with people, because that's the thing to do. But today, I'm comfortable knowing that it's okay to be socially awkward. You know, everyone doesn't have to be an extrovert. You don't have to always try conversation with somebody all the time. And I'm happy to sit in a corner alone if needed. And
Deepika, who is going to leave you alone in a party?
No, I mean,
is anyone going to leave her alone in a party? Have you seen yourself in the mirror recently?
At a party, I'm sure there are people who want to drink and dance and listen to music. I'm the person who'll sit and listen to the music and watch people and observe people, versus being the person who's like on the dance floor. That's what I'm saying.
But you always stood out. Did you stand out in school? Okay, maybe you were
Yeah,
socially
stand
awkward.
out.
You were very tall. So you had the long legs already.
Um,
Show the long legs. Go on. Show the long legs.
long leg, I mean tall, yes.
Were you gawked at
But,
even in school
but,
then?
yeah, but whenever we stood in the assembly line, I was always second last because there was a girl who was taller than me. And her mother's the one who actually encouraged me. I am here today because of her, Anila Anand.
Wow. So she encouraged you to step out and
She encouraged me to take up this profession. She's the one who said you have it in you to become a model. She encouraged me into getting into modeling. I think films was my own thing. Whenever I saw a movie, whenever I saw Madhuri Dixit on screen or whenever I saw Sri Devi on screen, not that I wanted to be like them, but I always somewhere deep down inside saw myself doing that at some point in my life.
so what happened to you when you were in front of the camera? What happens? Is it a complete transformation? The awkwardness goes away? What explain a little bit, because I want everyone here to understand what's the difference between doing something you like, which was badminton, let's say, and doing something you absolutely love. And you would have had to go to a certain extent through, against family conditioning to say, okay, now, I don't want to really do badminton, I want to do modeling. So I want them to understand what is it, how do you find that little voice in your head, which is saying, this is who you are.
The difference is that there's no substitute for hard work. So even if I played badminton and it's not something that I loved, but I liked, I would still wake up at 4:35 in the morning, go for my physical training, come back, quickly have a shower, get ready in my school uniform, go to school, be in school till 3 o'clock, come back in the evening, go again to the courts to play, come back, go for tuition, do my homework, go to sleep. I didn't have a life beyond that.
So it was a bit like Naina then.
Yeah. But that's why I said that Naina Talwar is one of those characters that I completely identify with. Even if you see Naina, in fact that's a classic example, Naina Talwar's awkwardness in the first half of the film. And then you see in the second half of the film how she becomes a little more comfortable and confident with herself. And it's a very slight, you can see traces of Naina Talwar even in the second half of the film. But she's just blossomed into, a little more confident and a little more self-assured. I think that was the difference. I worked hard then, I work hard now, I think all of us do. But I think it was the difference between doing something that I like versus doing something I love.
So you actually do work very hard. I think it was last year you actually collapsed out of exhaustion because you were working for like 30 hours straight. So who or what drives
That's not
you?
something I'd like to flaunt because I take pride in the fact that I'm physically very strong because I'm an athlete.
30
mentally.
hours, Deepika.
I mean,
who or what is driving you? Is
I
it
don't
money,
know.
passion,
Money, definitely
competition?
not.
What is it?
Definitely not. I think it's my passion for what I do, but most importantly, to be a professional. If I've decided to do these films and take on so many films at one time, that's my problem, and I don't want my producer to ever feel like I'm overburdened, because it's not fair for them.
So you never feel like, oh, I don't feel like going to work today, I'm going to take a sickie.
I've never bunked. In fact, it's always...
You've never bunked?
No, it's in fact always been the opposite, where even if I've been burning with fever, I'll still go to work. And if my director tells me, listen, you're not looking well, or you can't continue like this, and if he calls a wrap or a pack up or whatever, that's the only time I'll go home. But I can never call and say, listen, I'm not coming to work today.
Are you guys listening? All of you? That's what it takes. So now tell us, what does your day look like right now? I want everyone here to know, what time do you wake up? What do you do? Like every little detail, what you eat for breakfast. We want to know.
They'll get very bored, yeah.
No, we want to get under your skin.
Okay, so for example, what we did yesterday was we had a flight to Delhi. We're also prepping for a world tour that we're doing. I'm leaving for next week with Shah Rukh for Happy New Year.
Oh.
So this is the first time I'm doing a world tour where I'm going to be doing 4 different segments versus usually in a show you do 1 entry and you leave, but this time we're doing 4. Anyway, the point is I had dance rehearsals in the morning at 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning?
Yeah.
Shah Rukh was there at 6 in the morning?
No, I
Otherwise,
had
this has to be a world first.
Yeah. No, so I had rehearsals because I like to be thorough and ready with what I'm doing so that when I go on stage, I'm not thinking about my steps. I want to be able to enjoy myself and entertain the audience when I'm on stage. So rehearsals in the morning, then went back home, got ready in hair and makeup, took a flight to Delhi. We landed and went straight to one of the other publications where we had a meet and greet and an audience interaction. From there we were...
Which was not as good as this one. It wasn't.
Absolutely.
This is way better.
From there we had a group of print journalists, so we had a print one-on-one. Okay. We left from there, went back to our hotel, had lunch at around 6 in the evening.
6 in the evening?
Yeah.
You haven't eaten anything the whole day?
We munched on a few things, had a little bit of coffee to keep you going, but had a bit of lunch, and then we had about 8 or 10 TV channel interviews, okay. 10 of them to be precise. After which, I had my dance rehearsals again at night. I had my dancer flown in from Bombay. Okay. She stayed the night. So after we packed up at 11 o'clock at night, did another hour of rehearsals, and then had dinner, and then went to sleep, and then got up to be fresh for this.
So what is it that you crave that you're not getting now, like in your day or in your week? What is it that you really crave? You just wish, oh, I could do this.
Food. Food. I love eating. I have a huge problem. I love eating. I have to just keep eating all the time. Even if I'm not eating, I just need to know that, listen, there is food in the vicinity. So I can just pick and choose.
So what kind of food do you like?
I like my dosas, man. I'm a South Indian. I like my idlis and dosas and rasam once in a while.
So is food your companion? Is it what pulled you through some of your darkest days? Like, you know, when you had that period, a lean period, where your films were not doing well before Cocktail, right?
No, it's my mind that pulled me out of that situation.
So talk about that a little bit, please.
The mind really rocks, no?
So it wasn't food. You weren't you weren't like sort of like stuck stress eating, like a lot of us here do.
I've always believed that there's nothing that can compensate or make up for your state of mind. Whether it's, of course, it can be food, it can be people, it can be your parents, friends, confidant, a therapist, you know, a lot of things. But I think that as people, we don't realize our own strengths and the kind of inner strength that we actually have within ourselves sometimes to be able to pull yourself out of a situation.
Do you remember any one incident that kind of showed you that or told you that, or, you know, like a turning point which said, you know, I can do this. I have the inner strength to take all the flack or the criticism that's coming.
Absolutely. It happened, in fact, right after my first film. I think I had such a massive debut with Om Shanti Om, and it was so well received. And but after that, I had a lull period. You know, everybody talks about 2013 when Deepika had 4 massive hits. I've also had a 2010 when I had 4 massive flops.
So how did you where did you find the inner strength?
I think you have to just tell yourself that this too shall pass, you know, and instead of looking at everything very, very minutely and for the moment, I think if you just focus on the larger picture, and I think the youth today tends to do that sometimes, you know. I think everyone is looking at short-term goals. Everybody wants everything now. Nobody wants to start at the bottom anymore. Everybody just wants to get to the top. You're not going to get to the top if you don't start right at the bottom. And you have to work your way up. And that's because when you work your way up, it's solid. You know that it's never going to be taken away from you.
So we have somebody here with us in the audience who's also found the inner strength to triumph over a lot of things that went wrong in her life. She's here. I'd like to ask her to come and dance with you on Lungi Dance. She lost one of her legs in a motorcycle accident. And then she taught herself to dance. Yes, I think you have. Your
I've
team
met
said.
you before.
So we have two people who found their inner strength and they are going to dance for us together. Lungi dance. Can we have the music, please? You want to dance? No. Oh. I don't want to dance. You have to dance. Thank you. You're going to be seeing more of Shubh later in the day. Thank you. What? I can't hear them. What is it? Okay, hold.
Listen, I detest this word, okay? I don't like it. Later, we'll do it.
Okay, so we did an Insta poll in the audience today.
Valley?
Valley
Oh,
School.
Vasant Valley. Oh, okay. I come to school one day.
Now you have to come.
I miss school, you know. I miss school.
Okay, so we did an Insta poll today in the audience. Can we have the results of that up on the screen? And can you see that, Deepika? No.
No, it's covered by the... Can you read it out for me, please?
Yes, basically it says, what is the most important thing for you? To the audience is what we asked them. And 17% of them said love. 23% of them said jobs. 30% said family. And 24% said friends. And politics, I think it's 6%, if I can read it right. So it's right up there. Family and friends is right up there. Now, how is your time spent with the family? Because you're so busy and they're in a different city. So can you tell us a little bit about how you keep that connection going?
Okay.
And are they important to you? Would you put them right up there?
Most importantly, and I think a lot of who I am today is from the kind of support that they've given me and the strength that your family gives you. You know, the 2 years that I worked really hard to make 2013 happen, I compromised on relationships with my parents, with my friends, because I was just so focused, I thought, you know, I was just so into my work at that point that I didn't allow my mind to sort of do or think about anything else.
And are either of them there in Bombay with you? No.
Yeah, of course. Of
Okay.
course.
So your mom was with
no,
you?
I did. It's not about the physical time that you're spending with someone. Of course, my parents keep coming down to see me all the time. But even if they were with me, my mind was somewhere else. My mind was just work, 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 work all the time. And at the end of the year, I realized that what is the point? You know, if I'm not enjoying this success with my family, with my friends, but most importantly, I think it's also what happens is as an actor, you kind of you lose a little bit of yourself with every film that you do. For every character that you play, you're giving a feeling or an emotion or an experience or something that you've gone through in your life. You're giving so much of yourself to that one character. It's great for an audience to sit there and connect, but that's what we do. That's my life. My whole thing is to sort of be part of films where at the end of the day an audience is influenced in a good way, in a positive way. It brings a smile to your face. But in the process, you're also giving a little bit of yourself to that character or to that film.
So we have to make a Finding Deepika.
Yeah,
in the end.
no, it's true. And you start losing your own identity. Who am I as the daughter, the friend, the girlfriend, whatever it is, the various roles that I can play as a person. You start losing perspective of who I am, not the actor, not Deepika the actor, but Deepika the person.
So who is Deepika the person
And I
right
had to
now?
take a break after that. In fact, I took a break for 2 months to sort of just cut off from everything. In fact, then I did the reverse. I just cut myself out from all the work, all the emails, all the calls. I just told my people back in the office, I said, do not contact me for 2 months. And I needed to take that time to reconnect with my family, with my friends, and most importantly for myself, to find myself all over again.
So what did you do in those days? You just to hang out with your fans?
I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I went home, spent a lot of time with my parents, a lot of time with my sister, and I've discovered that we now have this beautiful equation because we have a 5-year age difference, and by nature also I'm very, very protective and very, very motherly. So I always felt like she's always going to be my little sister. And I've not realized how she's grown up in these years, and I've missed those growing up years. Also because I've moved to another city, and I haven't seen that journey of hers. But now she's all grown up into this beautiful 23-year-old. And I discovered that we're great friends today. I can talk to her about so much more. My friends, my school friends, I reconnected with all my school friends.
Do you go Dutch with them, as in the ad?
I do. Yeah, it's very important to do that.
Do they think it's strange, or do they think, yes, this is the right way to go?
No, not at all. My friends love me for who I am. It's irrespective of my films or my success or any of that. I mean, they can tell me you're an idiot or you're, whatever. And that's the best part about your friends, no? That they'll just tell you and be honest with you.
So that's your real time.
And so I needed to take that time off to sort of just tell myself that, listen, I love my work, I love what I do, but there has to be a life beyond what we do.
Okay, so just to take a little bit of a break from that, we have some dandiyas here, and since Navratra season is coming up, I thought maybe we could get maybe 2 or 3 volunteers. Can we get 3 volunteers? 2 or 3. How many do we have? Okay, so one is for you. Okay, you have to choose 2 people who you want to teach dandiya to. Yes. What fun.
I'm not going to choose, I think you should choose.
Okay. Can boys do dandiya?
One boy and one girl.
Okay. This guy in the Superman trousers, can he come up, please? Yes, you. And can this girl with the long hair, you? Oh, no, I've taken both from this. You'll all get a chance. You'll all get a chance. Settle down.
Whoever jumps the highest.
Where's the boy? Hello, Superman. Come on.
Superman can come
Come
up.
on,
No,
Superman.
You're not Superman. He's not Superman.
He's wearing Superman trousers.
You'll all get a chance. You will all get a chance later on. We have Yo-Yo, Honey Singh and Rabbi Shergill. So you'll all get a chance.
Can we have Nagara?
Y'all are teaching me. I'm not teaching you. They are going to perform for us.
No Q&A. Okay, so I'm getting many messages from backstage. Deepika has to go. But before she goes, she's teaching us how to shake that buttia. And whoever does a good job, she's handing them personally signed CDs of Finding Fanny. So all of you, Preeti, can you select maybe 6 people who are going to come on stage?
Can you put your hands up? Can we get one person? One. No. Stay there. One person.
Someone from the back. Yeah, no, you give it to them when they do the dance for you. If they dance well and they learn well, yeah. Green, come on, quick. Green and orange. Yes. Give me that girl in the orange, please. Girl in the blue. Huh? No, don't show them. Give it to them. But you're giving it already. You haven't even shaken it. Wait a minute. If you don't do your buttia shaking, then...
So she says it's a competition now. And whoever dances the best gets these, okay? So all of you have to get up and shake your buttia with me. And then we'll decide.
Okay, ready? Everyone ready to shake your buttia? Okay, thank you. Did they do a good job, Deepika? Are they going to get a CD each? Yeah, listen, audience, she's not throwing any CDs in the audience unless you guys shake your buttia. So let's see it. Turn around and do it. Okay, she's judging. Go, music.
All of y'all have to stand up, turn around.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Deepika Padukone.
May I also request Can I request Kali Puri, Creative Director India Today Group, to present a small token of our appreciation to Deepika Padukone?